Okay, so let's get started. My name is Park Jiyoung, and today I'll be talking to you about pornography. Now, I'm sure we all know what pornography is, and that maybe 50–60% of the audience in this room right now has seen a late-night movie one time or another in their lives, if you know what I mean. Basically, we all know what pornography is. I've even caught my little brother watching a pornographic video. I went onto my home computer, clicked a folder named Lost Saga, on another one that said Don't Click Me, and went through 4 consecutive folders until I found an AVI file that said Asian busty ladies.
Such a mistake.
It was a sad day for the Park household. So basically, we all do know what pornography is. But one thing we didn't know is that pornography is not only limited to the depiction of sexual interaction between humans. Pornography can also be used when talking about food. So today I'm going to be talking to you about food pornography. I will tell you the definition of food pornography, how the term food pornography came to be, and why food pornography is so popular today. So, first of all, what is food pornography? Food pornography is an image. It's a graphic image of food. For example, the commercials you see on TV, or the pictures you see on the internet, on Facebook or Twitter. Those are all examples of food pornography. Now, there are 2 broad categories of food pornography. The first one is more professional. This food pornography is what you see on commercials, on Burger King playing cards, where these professional artists actually alter the food itself. For example, if you were watching a commercial about strawberries, the photographer would actually paint the strawberries with artificial red paint in order to make them seem more luscious. And we've all heard about the horror stories of Burger King burger commercials, that the burgers there aren't actually real, that the tomatoes are actually coated with preservatives, that the patties on the buns weren't real, that there were toothpicks everywhere. We've heard those horror stories. But there's another category of food pornography, and this category pertains more to the amateur photographer group of people who actually take food porn. Now, this category of food pornography is filled with amateur photographers who use different styling techniques, such as angles of light, or they maybe brush off a little crumbs on a cupcake to make it seem more edible. Food pornography, this type of food pornography especially, makes the food seem as though it's right there, just waiting for you to reach out and take it. For example, a cupcake with chocolate crumbs crumbling off, with the wrapper tentatively untied, or a slice of pizza with strands of cheese still connecting it into the larger pan of pizza. I'm getting hungry. Anyways, that is what food pornography is. So how did the term food pornography come to be? Because normally, when you look at pizza or something, you don't go like, oh, that's porn, you go more like, I want to eat that. So how did the term food pornography come to be? Well, this term was first coined by a feminist critic by the name of Rosalind Coward, who first started the business of comparing food to objectified sexual women. For example, this woman compared a photograph of a watermelon, perhaps, with a piece of water sluicing down its sides, to a picture of a woman who was seductively posing for an advertisement of a pornographic movie. She stated that there were 3 different characteristics in pornography, in the pornography of sexual interaction and food porn, that were in common. These 3 characteristics were the elements of desire, of the pursuit of desire of the object, of the satisfaction when you achieved what you finally wanted, and third, the lasting guilt at when you're done. Now, I'm sure that, I used to be fat, perhaps you can tell by my body shape right now, but I used to be a lot fatter than this. And I've been through a diet, and I'm sure that even though no one in this audience really needs it, I'm sure that we've all maybe thought about having a diet one time or another. Yes, I've heard Jiyoung say she needed a diet. You don't need it, you're beautiful. But anyways, we've all thought of a diet, and we've all tried it. But we know how hard it is when our mom when our mom makes ramen at 1 a.m. in the morning and says, do you want some? We all know that smell, that intoxicating seduction of wanting to eat, but we just know that if we eat it, we'll grow fat again. And I'm sure that this sense of want is similar to what some viewers of porn may feel right before they click a porn video. They know it's not what society exactly smiles upon, but they still want it, and it still ends up in the ending satisfaction at them watching the porn or us eating the food, and it ends up in guilt at them watching the porn and us having eaten the food and gained a few extra pounds. So in short, there are three characteristics that are in common with both categories of porn. So how did food porn itself grow to be so popular? Because there was no term like this even a few years back. Well, the reason food porn is so popular now is because of accessibility. Because of technological advancements, such as that of SNS, or because of our smartphones, a lot of more people have gotten more access to both the manufacturing and the viewing of food porn. For example, Lee's phone right there, you can get an application on that phone called Put-in Camera, where you can actually put in different filters. You can experiment with different angles, different lightings, you can put in new colors, just with a single smartphone. There are so many things that are possible to amateur photographers that weren't before the smartphone existed. Additionally, because of SMS media such as Twitter or Facebook, we've grown more invested in each other's lives. I have frankly stayed up like an hour late at night just watching some people on Facebook fighting over whether Korea is better or Yeondae is better. It's fun. We grow more invested in other people's lives. I grow interested in what Yujin 언니 over there had for breakfast. If Hyojeong got a boyfriend and her relationship status changed, that would be like, oh my god, this is such big news, even though it wasn't that big of a news before Facebook. So in short, this SNS media has made other people's lives much more interesting, and also has made what they eat much more interesting as well. So because of technological advancement, food porn has become more easily made, more easily manufactured, and more easily viewed by the general audience. So, what have I told you today? First, I've introduced you to the concept of food pornography, which is stylized images of food that make you just want to grab out, reach out, and just eat the food inside the image. Secondly, I've told you how the term food porn came to be and what characteristics it has in common with other types of porn, such as that of sexual. And thirdly, I have told you why food porn is so popular today, and how it has become so popular today because of technological advancements. In conclusion, when you go home today and you look through your Facebook newsfeed and you see the picture of an icy frappuccino with whipped cream on top and chocolate sauce all over it, just nudge the person next to you and tell him or her, hey, we're watching porn.